Hello everyone, very good morning to all of you, very good afternoon. So in last session, we already discussed about SI units, right? SI system, CDS system, MKS system, FPS system. So for few seconds, just I will revise yesterday's session. So units, system of units, right? Classification of units, classification of system of units. Yesterday we already discussed. Units divided into three types: fundamental units, derived units, supplementary units. Okay. Then to measure fundamental or base units, we are using three system of units. One is MKS, one is FPS. MKS is also known as metric system. Okay, next FPS, right? CGS is also known as a Gaussian system, but you just remember CGS only. Okay, right. Then in addition to these three, there is also one more system which is accepted worldwide, internationally accepted system, that is nothing but SI system. So I told you yesterday with one flowchart, extended form of MKS system is nothing but SI system only. SI, International System of Units. Okay? It is put forward by who will develop all these units and symbols of units and definitions of units. Yesterday I wrote one international organization. Do you remember that? International Bureau of Measurement, Weight and Measure. Okay? So that organization only look after all these symbols and definitions related to units of a particular physical quantity. Okay? Right. So today, in today's session, we are going to discuss about rules for writing the symbols of SI units. Remember, rules for writing the symbols of SI unit. Then what is the difference between MKS, FPS and CGS versus SI system? In MKS, CGS, FPS, we are representing only three fundamental physical quantities. But when we are studying electricity, when we are studying heat and thermodynamics, there are few more physical quantities. Then how to represent units of those physical quantities? That's why in 1971, right, that international organization which put forward a new system which is accepted worldwide, and that is a unique system. Nowadays we are using that system only. In that system, in addition to length, mass, time, we are adding 4 fundamental and 2 supplementary. So once again I revise those fundamental quantities in SI system and supplementary. First one is length, mass, time. In addition to these three, electric current. Next, thermodynamic temperature. Right? Next, luminous intensity. Next, amount of a substance. These 7 are fundamental physical quantities. 2 supplementary physical quantities. Plane angle and solid angle. Okay? Right. I hope yesterday's class is clear. Keep smiling. Right? Okay. So be active, be attentive. Okay? Right. Then now we are going to discuss about rules for writing the symbols. Listen carefully. Please students, you please concentrating on only this session while I am teaching. Okay? Please don't divert your mind from present actual situation. Okay? Please focus your attention towards goal only. Right? Okay. So rules for writing SI units in symbols. So first rule. Small letters only used for writing the units, SI units, symbols of SI unit. Example here. For example, what are the fundamental physical quantities in a system? Length SI unit, meter. It is not a symbol. It is a SI unit of fundamental physical its respective symbol. So all SI units symbols represented with the small alphabets only. Meter, meter. Write only M. Don't write capital M. Please remember, don't write capital M, only small m. Similarly, next, mass. SI unit of mass. SI unit of mass, kilogram. Kilogram. Am I right? Kilogram symbol. Kilogram symbol. Just now I told you, symbols of units must be represented with the small letters. Small letters. kg. K small letter G. Okay? Is it clear? Right? All symbols of SI units must be right in the form of small alphabets only. Symbols. Listen carefully. Symbols always represented with the small letters. Over. The next one. Symbols are not followed by punctuation marks, like full stop, comma. Okay? So symbols of SI units not followed by full stop or comma or any punctuation mark. Okay? Right. So symbols are not followed. So for example, here these are the example. 10 kg. That's it. This is what actual representation of symbol of unit of mass. After this, don't put full stop. Don't put comma. This is wrong. Okay? So 10 kg. Yes. Stay. 10 kg. But not 10 kg. Idu sarila. Idu correct. Understood? Right? So don't write 10 kg amele, don't put full stop or comma. Right? Only 10 kg. Stay. Okay? Right, next one is symbols are never used in plural forms. Symbols are never used in plural forms. Okay, fine. For example, force. Force SI unit is Newton. Okay. Newton. 15 newtons. Okay, 15 newton. It is not a symbol. Please remember, it is not a symbol. It is a it is a full form of, full name of unit. Full name of unit. It is not a symbol. But I am asking about rules for writing the symbols of a SI unit. So 15 newtons. How to write 15 newtons? This is the way. 15 newtons. Write like this. 50 N. Only don't write yes. Here what I told you. Plural form. Don't use plural form for symbols of SI unit. Okay? So 15 newtons, yes, this is correct. But it is not a symbol. It is a full name of SI unit. But when you are writing this symbol, don't write NS. What happened, if you write NS in physics, what happened, N for Newton, S for second. Got my point? So, that's why if you write here S is the symbol of unit for what? Time physical quantity. So, don't use plural forms for symbols of SI unit. For example, 100 joules. 100 joules, right? But while you are writing 100J only. Okay? Right. So your doubt is, sir, just now only you told small letters are used for symbols of unit. Symbols of unit always must be represented with small letters, sir. But here you wrote. So don't add SR. But here you wrote, sir. Here you wrote this one is a capital, sir. But according to first rule, sir. According to first rule, right? Right, with respect to this rule, sir, it is wrong, sir. No. Correct only. Wait. Next is coming to fourth rule. What is it? The initial letter of a symbol. The initial letter of a symbol is a capital. Only when that unit is named after a scientist. Sir, in SI system, most of the SI units are treated as scientist names only. Newton, Joule, right, Watt, Kelvin, Pascal, Hertz, right? All these are name of the scientist only. Clear? So, in SI system, if that SI unit is name of the scientist, the first letter, like the first letter of the scientist name, whatever may be the letter, that letter must be used as a symbol of unit, but it should be capital letter only. Okay? Right? If it is not at all treated as, if it is not the name of the scientist, don't start with the capital. Don't put a capital letter for that symbol. If it is a scientist name, then symbol must be capital letter only. Meter is not a scientist name. It is a SI unit, but it is not taken from name of the scientist. So it is not a name of the scientist. So that's why we took small letter. But Newton, Joule, Watt, Pascal, all these are name of the scientist. So those units must be represented with the capital because of it is named after a scientist. Okay? So here I will write a few examples, then you will come to know. Okay? Newton, SI unit of force. Right? Represented with the N. Clear? Okay, fine. Joule. Capital J. Okay? Right. Then next. Pascal. Or instead of that, Watt. SI unit of power. Watt. Okay? So, this is what fourth rule, exceptional rule. First rule, this is fourth rule. Be careful about these two rules. But in examination point of view, they don't ask these rules. But as a physics student, you must and should know what are the rules for writing the symbols of SI units. Okay? Right. The next, last rule. The full name of a unit always begin with a small letter. Even if it has been named after a scientist. Is it clear? For example, you are not writing the symbol for SI unit. You are writing the full name of SI unit. When you are writing the full name of SI unit, use capital letter. First letter never be capital letter. Even it is the name of the scientist. Okay? Even it is Newton. If you want to write Newton full name, don't write N in a capital form. Every letter of Newton, every letter of Joule, every letter of Watt, every letter of Pascal, it should be, if you want to write full name of SI unit, all letters must be small letters only. Right? So, Newton, for example, Pascal, pressure, SI unit of pressure, Pascal. Hertz, SI unit of frequency. Symbol or now here I will be using symbol. This is the name of the scientist. It is the name of the scientist. Name of the scientist always first letter capital, next A small letter. For Hertz is also name of the scientist. H must be capital. Set. Okay? So this is the way to write the symbols of SI units. So when you are not understanding while you are watching in the first instant, please once again watch the video carefully where you are getting doubt. Still you are not understanding. Definitely I will help you. You don't bother about that. But actually my intention is when you think in a such a way, then only you will get a subject. Like, sir, why is sir is taking like this? You can think always when you are getting any doubt, raise question yourself. Just, okay, here I am writing P, why? You just put a question of why. Why is sir is writing like this? Is there any reason? Just try to, if you want to improve your subject, at every time, in every concept, please raise a question by yourself. Definitely you will get the answer. Otherwise, but my intention is actually your attempt. Your attempt is very, very important. Think. Okay, still you are not understanding the problem. Once again read. Whatever you understand from that video lecture, you just go through it. Try ಮಾಡಿ. ಒಂದು ಟೈಮ್, ಎರಡು ಟೈಮ್, ಮೂರು ಟೈಮ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿ. Right? Definitely, after that, I will help you by either sending video or like any with writing, all possibilities. Definitely, I will help you. You don't bother about it. But my sincere advice is, first you go through all the concepts, whatever I have written on the board. Okay, if you have textbook, Karnataka PSC textbook, after completion of this session, you just read that each and every letter of that textbook, because of a NEET point of view, in KCET point of view, it is very, very important. Okay, right. Okay, so now next topic is definitions of SI units. Definitions of SI units. What are the SI units? Just now only we discussed earlier, right? What are the SI units? Meter, kilogram, second, okay, Kelvin, thermodynamic temperature SI unit, Kelvin, electric current, ampere, SI unit, ampere, right? The next, amount of a substance. ಏನೈತಿ amount of substance ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನೈತಿ? SI unit amount of substance mole. Next, luminous intensity. Here luminous intensity ಏನೈತಿ? Candela. Okay, right? Now we have to define SI units. Right? Do you know the definition of meter? Do you know the definition of kilogram? Do you know the definition of 1 second? How to calculate 1 second? How to calculate 1 kilogram? Actually, who will put forward all this definition? Is there any particular reason behind behind this to take, this is only considered as 1 second, this is considered as only 1 kg. But if you are going to any supermarket or vegetable market, 1 kg and like that slatted weight is this much only. This is not equal to 1 kg. We have to follow some specific weight measurement, right? 1 meter on the is just like 1 meter. Not this much, right? So we have to follow strictly. We have to follow 1 meter means 100 centimeters only, right? 1 hour means it is 60 minutes only, right? How to develop all this actually? How to calculate 1 second? How to calculate 1 meter? That is what now we are going to discuss. Clear? So right. So first one is meter. Meter. In some textbooks, meter, METER also there, sir. Yes, that is in the US American system. In United States, they wrote METER. But here, we are representing with the METER. Nothing to worry. Meter. What is the definition of meter? Okay? Wait, listen carefully. Right? It is somewhat little bit complicated. Listen carefully. You know speed of light in vacuum? Do you know the value of speed of light in vacuum? How much? Velocity of light. Velocity of light in air and vacuum. 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Okay? Right. Clear? Then we have to define how many meters? 1 meter. 1 meter means, shall I take length, distance 1 meter? 1 meter. Just now I told you, full name of SI unit always represented with small case letters, lower case letters, even if it is named after scientist. Okay? Right. You know very well. See nothing but its velocity. Speed. Definition: distance by time. C. Distance how much, sir? 1. 1. Time. Time. So from this you know already C. Time is equal to 1 upon 3 into 10 raised to 8. Listen carefully. T is equal to 1 upon 3. After that how many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually this is approximate value. Original value is how much you know? Now I will write C. 299. Wait 1 second. 792,458. This value approximately we took this much. Clear? So, to travel 1 meter distance with this much speed, what is the time taken? 1 by this much of a second. Correct? What is the unit of time? Second. So, to cover the distance of 1 meter with this much speed, this much time is taken. Okay? Now, we will define meter definition. Meter definition is nothing but it is the length of a path. So length of a path, correct? Meter is a unit of length. Meter is a unit of distance. Nothing but length of the path only. Length of the path. traveled by a light in vacuum, during a time interval, of how much? 1 upon 4, 5, 8 seconds. So this is what the definition of meter. So how they are calculating 1 meter? How they are calculating 1 meter? The distance or the length of the path covered by a light in a vacuum in a time interval of this much is known as 1 meter. Is it clear? Clear? Right. Okay. Remember, whatever the definitions today I am explaining, all these definitions are not decided by this physics teacher, not decided by you, not decided by your neighbors. All these definitions, all the symbols of SI units decided by international organization. Right? What is that organization? Yesterday we already discussed. Do you remember that? Okay, so that organization only defining all these SI units definitions. Clear? Right. So this is about the definition of meter. I hope it is clear. The next one is kilogram. So once again I will explain, listen carefully. Concentrate ಮಾಡಿ. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಈ ಸೈಡ್ meter definition. Meter definition ಏನೈತಿ sir? Listen carefully. Meter, it is a unit of length. Actually, this meter, they are calculating 1 meter. 1 meter for example, they are assuming this is 1 meter. Sir, how you are assuming this is 1 meter? This 1 meter, they are treated as distance covered by light in a vacuum, right? During this much time period or time interval, not time period, time interval, with how much speed? 3 into 10 raised to 8. Easy, take it as 1 meter. Okay? Right. The next one is a kilogram. 1 kilogram. 1 kilogram. Okay? Right. 1 kilogram. So how to define 1 kilogram? 1 kilogram definition also decided by International Bureau of Weights and Measure. Actually, it is in Paris. Okay? Right. Then, what is the definition of kilogram? Kilogram definition. Listen carefully. For this kilogram definition, there is no logic. They are considered one cylinder. Consider one cylinder. Cylinder. Okay? Mass of this cylinder. Okay? Mass of this cylinder situated at International Bureau of Weights and Measure near Paris is take it as 1 kilogram. Once again I am repeating. Listen carefully. 1 kilogram andre 1 kilogram nothing but it is a mass of a cylinder. Your next question is, right? Is the next question? Sir, which cylinder? It is made up of what? Shall I take LPG cylinder? No, wait second. 1 second. This cylinder is an eye. It is an alloy. It is an alloy. Alloy nothing but mixture of metals. Right? So it is a mixture of platinum. It is a mixture of platinum. Platinum plus iridium. Platinum plus iridium. So it is a alloy nothing but it's a mixture of these two metals, like some 80%, like 20%. You forgot about that percentage. So mass of a cylinder made up of platinum and iridium alloy, right? Located at the International Bureau of Weights and Measure near Paris is take it as 1 kilogram. Clear? So now I will write definition. 1 kilogram. It is a unit of what? Mass or length? Time or mass. So it is a mass of. It is a mass of cylinder. Cylinder. Which cylinder? Made of platinum. Sorry, here I wrote a mistake. Platinum spelling. 1 second. Platinum. Platinum. Okay? Right. Made up of platinum and iridium. Iridium kept at International Bureau of Weights and Measure at Sevres near Paris. Now your question is, sir, is it this cylinder, is it located in our India? No. This alloy cylinder kept at International Bureau of Weights and Measure. It is an organization. Actually, what is the location of this organization? Sevres is a place. It is near to Paris. Sevres is a place near to Paris. Okay? So this much information is enough. The next one is third one, second definition. Second definition. Okay? Listen carefully. Second definition is a little bit difficult. Listen carefully. Sir, this International Bureau of Weights and Measure consider, to define 1 second, they consider cesium atom as a reference. Okay? Now we are in our houses, we have Ajanta clock or like different branded clocks. Actually, who will decided that 1 second, how to calculate 1 second? 1 second, 2 seconds, like 60 seconds is equal to 1 minute. Am I right? Actually, what is the standard reference to find that? That is in Paris, right? There is one standard atomic clock which is known as cesium clock. In that clock, cesium atom, take it as a reference. Okay? To define 1 second. Okay now? Right. Now here I am taking cesium atom. Cesium atom. Cesium 1 133. It is an isotope. It is an isotope of cesium. I think you know isotope, you already studied in chemistry. Even if you don't know also, leave it. Right. So this is what you know, cesium atom. Yes, that's it. That is enough. Cesium atom. Okay? Right. Cesium 133. In this, I think around 55 electrons. I think around 55 electrons. Okay? So, to accommodate these 55 electrons, right, we have to follow some principle like Hund's rule, half-bow principle. So, total in this cesium, there are 6 shells, 6 orbits. 6 shells or 6 orbits. Listen carefully. Okay? Right. Then next. Consider cesium atom. Nucleus. Nucleus. Positively charged. Right? It is surrounded by number of shells. In each shell, the electrons are revolving in a particular path according to certain atomic model. We don't want to discuss atomic model, listen carefully. So, nucleus, K shell, L shell, M shell, One, two, three, four, five. If you observe the electronic configuration of cesium, the last electron of cesium, I think that is 55th electron, is accommodated in 6s. 6s accommodated with only 1 electron. So this is outermost electron. Am I right? Listen carefully. This electron accommodated in its natural state. That state is ground state. This is what ground state of that 55th electron. What is ground state energy? The electron in which state having its natural energy. Okay? So this is what ground state of this electron. For this electron, if we give some energy, either in the form of heat, either by colliding with the photon, then what happened? This electron, by absorbing that energy, it is undergoing transition into excited state, higher energy states. Right? Do you know, if you observe the energy level diagram, we are writing like this. This is ground state. Right? These are the excited state. Like this you will represent energy level diagram. Okay? Okay. Before giving this energy, it is always in its ground state only. Natural energy state only. But when we are giving some additional energy, then it is excited to higher energy levels. Okay? Listen carefully. Right. So when it is excited to higher energy level, in those higher excited levels, right? In those higher excited levels, between any two levels, it is oscillating like this. To and fro. Okay? For example, here I will consider after excitation, this oscillating like this. Between two hyper fine levels. Sir, what is meant by hyper fine levels? Hyper fine levels nothing but these are the higher energy state levels only, but the difference between these two states is differed by small amount. Understood? So when we are giving the energy, they are excited. Then after excitation, between two hyper fine levels means higher energy state only. But those hyper levels are shifted by small energy, means the energy gap is very very small. Between, let us assume, see these are those two hyper energy levels. Between these two energy levels, it is oscillating like this. Okay? If it is oscillating like this, you just count the cycles. Count the cycles. One cycle is over. 2 cycles are over. 3 cycles are over. Are you following? So when it is oscillating like this, 1 cycle over. 1 cycle over. 2 cycles are over. Clear? So, but you know very well, when it is excitation, after excitation definitely they are again coming to ground state only. But while de-excitation, what happened? It is executing to and fro motion. It is executing oscillation with emission of radiation. So while it is executing SHM, that International Bureau just count the number of cycles. Sir, how many cycles they are counted, sir? Listen carefully. This is very very important. How many cycles like this? How many cycles they are counted? You know? I think nearly 9 millions. 9 millions or billions? Mathematicians. Okay, we don't know millions or billions. These many cycles consider as 1 second. ಏನು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಅರ್ಥ ಇದೆ? ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. Okay, once again I will repeat. In cesium atom, last electron accommodated in 6 accession. So this is what ground state energy of that electron. So initially that electron is in a natural state only. It has its natural energy only. Okay? Now we are giving some energy, additional energy. Then it is excited. Then it is excited to what? Excited to higher energy levels. But at any moment again it is de-excited. Again it is undergoing to same state. So after excitation, what happened? You know, it is moving like this. It is performing SH. It is oscillating between two closely spaced energy states. Those are called. Just what I tell you, those are called hyper fine levels. Hyper fine levels under these are nothing but energy, higher energy state only. But the difference between those two levels is very very small. They are shifted with small energy. So between these two higher energy levels, this electron is oscillating like this. If it is oscillating like this, you just count the cycles. Just to count the cycle. How many cycles they are counted? You know, these many cycles they are counted, and these number of cycles, right, consider as 1 second in a cesium atom. Clear? So this is about the definition of second, but only for your sake of understanding I am explaining this much information. But if you refer any book, you won't get this information. Just they mentioned in cesium atom, right, electron is undergoing transition with emission of radiation. So these many cycles is treated as 1 second. Only for sake of your knowledge, only for better understanding of this definition, without any confusion, I am taking this much risk. Clear? I hope definition of second is clear. Right? Okay. So just now I explained how to calculate second. So that definition here I wrote in the form of sentence. It is the duration. It is the duration of some 9 millions of periods of the radiation corresponding to transition between two hyperfine levels of the ground state of cesium-133 atom. Just now I told you, this electron after excitation between two hyperfine levels, right? It is executing like SHM. Okay, while executing SHM to and from motion, along with it also emits radiation. And that while it is while it is executing oscillations, you just count the cycles. These many cycles like this. 1, 2, 3, like that. These many cycles of ground state of cesium atom, right? Then when between two hyperfine levels, is take it as 1 second. I hope it is clear. This much information is enough. Okay, beyond that, even they don't ask in mains or JEE mains or JEE advanced, don't think beyond this. This is enough. Okay, next assignment 4, sir. Write any 2 rules for writing SI units. Write any 2 rules for writing SI unit. Define meter. What is the SI unit of solid angle?